Hi there. I'm Pastor Carla Christopher. I'm a pastor at a congregation in Frankfort, Delaware called Community Lutheran Church. And I also work with our Delaware, Maryland Synod office doing justice ministry. My favorite spiritual practice that helps bring me back when I'm feeling all over the place, because not only am I a pastor, I'm also neurodiverse. I have ADHD, and I'm very proud of my neurospicy superpower. But I also recognize that sometimes I need to get grounded. I need to come back to center, and I need to get all the things happening in my head out on paper. And that's how I can sometimes reconnect and talk to God. You see, this right here, it's my favorite spiritual practice tool. When I'm feeling antsy, or when I'm feeling frustrated or angry, agitated, just all over the place kind of mood, it's hard sometimes to know exactly how to pray or what I want to say. When I'm overwhelmed, I know that God knows what's in my heart, but I can feel God more. I can connect to the Spirit in my life and being with me more easily if I start writing stuff down. So I get my pen, I get my notebook, and sometimes I do what's called a brain dump to start. I'll just write down everything that's bothering me, everything I'm thinking about, everything that's on my mind, what's keeping me up at night, what got to me during the day. And when I put it all out, then I can say, okay, God, I give all this over to you. What do you need me to focus on? What do you want me to prioritize? Or can you just offer me comfort because of all of the things that I'm carrying right now? And once it's all written down, it turns out it's a lot easier for me to say, here, Holy Spirit, can you take this for me? Now, I introduced myself as Pastor Carla, and that's true. That's what a lot of people call me. But sometimes people call me the priestess, speaking in the tradition of Mary, the Magdalene, unashamed, with feminine energy rising with the shofar's sacred intensity, with the musicality of my poetry, able to create sacred sound and surround you with the incense of praise raised voices, discarding pretense for joyful noises. The stage or the page can become sacred ground. You see, one of the other ways that I love using my journal is writing poetry. Now, even if you've never written poetry before and you're like, there's no way that I could do this, well, you don't have to read the poetry out loud to anyone if you don't want to. But when I'm focused on, okay, I need to put only the important words in this, or I'll put everything out and then start going back and editing, taking away what I don't need. When I'm now thinking about how I want to put things together, it helps give me something else to focus on. It encourages me to read the Psalms, read the Song of Solomon, read some of Isaiah's prophecies. There's beautiful, beautiful poetry in our Bible. And when I'm reading it as a poet, when I'm reading the images of trees clapping their hands and mountains singing, well, then I can realize that God is present in creation. And so my writing songs, my writing hymns, my writing poetry to God, the same way that David, the same way the prophets did, it's a way I can pray. It's a way that I can praise. And it's a way that I can remember that I am the beat that got the song up off its feet and made it dance, constantly becoming, drumming, the voice that lets God's songs come spilling out from between my lips, even while my shoulders are knocking back and forth on their way to my hips like rainbow spreading maracas. When I know better, I do better. But I am the best that I can be in this now, in this moment, while I give my words wings and I set them free. There's even a couple of ways you can write easy poetry getting started. And I just showed you two of them. An I am poem is a way that you can connect with the fact that you are divinely made in God's image, perfect just as you are. And so using I am poems, I am from poems, I am of poems, there's lots of templates for those available online if you want to look them up. But it's a reminder to me that I am made in God's image, no matter what other people or the rest of the world or the messages I get from social media and other places may say. I even try things like blackout poems when I don't have any words at all. I can simply take a page and go through and cross out the words I don't want, circle the words I want to keep, turn it into a piece of art. When I don't have the words, God does. So that's my spiritual practice, how I calm myself, bring myself back to God, connect to creation, spend some time with just myself and the Holy Spirit. I hope it's helpful to you and that you and your journal and your favorite pen can have a great time remembering that you too, just like Psalm 139 says, were knit together with intention in your mother's womb. That even if you rise up on the wings of the dawn and settle on the far side of the sea, even there, God will guide you and be with you. When we write our letters, our poems, our rants, our screams, and our prayers to Jesus, we can remember that we're never, ever alone.